Hey y'all. Okay, last week of social studies as far as the studies weekly go, the newspapers. We will still be doing social studies, but this is the last studies weekly lesson that we'll be doing. All right, this week we are talking about the changing face of Alabama. All right, day one, we're going to look at the main ingredients. In recent weeks, we have really looked closely at some of the men and women who have made a real difference in our Alabamian soup. That's what they like to call it. Leaders like, ooh, that's supposed to say Rosa Parks, not Road Parks. Rosa Parks, Hank Aaron's, Harper Lee, Marva Collins, Nat King Cole, and Mae Jemison are just a few of those people that we have talked about that have really made a difference in Alabama. It can be said that these are some of the seasonings of Alabamian soup, but the same can be said about each one of you. Remember, we talked about how the younger generation is Alabama's greatest resource because one day you are going to be the Hank Aaron's, the Rosa Parks, the Harper Lees, the Nat King Coles, the Mae Jemisons of Alabama. Instead of looking at just individuals, we're going to look at some of the groups and communities of peoples who have contributed to our recipe. According to recent count, about 70% of Alabamians are Caucasian, 26% are African American, 4% are Hispanic, Asians are about 1.5% of Alabamians, and American Indians make up about 0.7%. So as you can see, we've got a bunch of different races and cultures represented here just in our state. All right, today we're going to focus on Alabama's African Americans. As you know from what we've already discussed, Alabama's African Americans have helped change things for the better for everyone. Okay, Rosa Parks being example number one. Martin Luther King has helped. We're just the civil rights movement. We could name countless people who have made Alabama a better place to live. Not just Alabama, the country a better place to live, especially when we're talking about the civil rights movement. From the civil rights activists to Condoleezza Rice, African Americans have continue to make their mark in our state, our country, and our world. Alabama is home to more than 1,200,000 African Americans, and they hold jobs such as pilots, doctors, carpenters, lawyers, teachers, politicians, and entrepreneurs who are people who start their own businesses. So they have a plethora of different jobs that they serve as. All right, some have also served in the armed forces. So not only does the African American community help in the immediate community that they live in, but they also help our country when they serve overseas. African Americans have made things better in Alabama and continue to do so as part of our Alabamian soup. All right, guys, that is it for today. I will see you tomorrow for day 2.